So here with Josh Fraser after the Northern Blues senior practice match against Port Melbourne. Josh, a bit of a disappointing result. How'd you see it?
Yeah, on the scoreboard it was disappointing. I guess coming away from the Richmond game, we're still fully aware as a coaching group and a playing group that there's a lot to work on still. And I suppose our approach is really balanced off the back of this result. That there were some things that we really liked and some things that we didn't do well enough. We're not wrapping it up in terms of the result, but what we do know is that going forward, it's always going to be some areas to improve on and some areas that we'll celebrate and reward. And today was no different. The scoreboard did get away from us a little bit in the end, but there's still plenty to like. And we're really looking forward now to round one and hopefully putting some consistency together for 4 quarters and weeks on end, hopefully.
And a few injuries on the day which didn't make things easy. Kind of Clayson, Damon, you got to pay credit to those two boys.
Yeah, we had 2 players that played development that through circumstance that were out of our control had to come up and play football in the senior game. So a real credit to them. I want to around our culture and I guess their willingness to do that for the team was fantastic. But no doubt there was some circumstances that hindered us during the day, and our boys had to endure for 4 quarters. And I thought a positive was winning that last quarter, given that we didn't have any rotations on the bench. The ability just to hang in and compete was pleasing. So that's something that we'll take away from the game.
And last week, 13 goals between the key forwards. Today, not as successful, but I guess you hope that that'll correct itself next week.
Yeah, and it's not so much wholly and solely focused on the key forwards. It's a lot to do with the way we move the ball. I don't think we were as bold with our ball movement today as we were against Richmond, and we addressed that post game as well. And the boys felt that, having been out there. So those things are fixable. We know when we move it quickly and cleanly, we give our forwards a chance, and we've got some really good, strong contested marks inside forward 50. So we didn't help them today. And that's an RFI going forward.
And obviously, aside from the result, what's the goal for Footscray next week?
Oh, look, I think to bring it all together, making sure that our mindset's really strong. We bring it all and tie it all together for 4 quarters. I think we've been a little bit inconsistent throughout the pre-season. We've seen some really good stuff, and then we haven't been able to sustain that. But I think there's more encouraging signs to come out of it than what there is negative. So I'm excited about what we can deliver on. Obviously the real stuff kicks off now, but it's a challenge that I think we're all looking forward to. And as a footy club, we know that we're going to be measured wholly and solely on our effort, and that's most important. So as long as we get players to turn up with that effort, we'll give ourselves a chance. And
the big positive for Carlton supporters, Lockie Plowman got through the day on skates. How did you see his game?
Oh, it's fantastic to see Plow get through a half. I know he's worked really hard in performance prep to give himself a chance to come and perform the way he did in the first half today. So all the Carlton supporters should be really excited by that. I thought he did some really encouraging things. He's a great size, he's a great athlete, and I think today was just a glimpse of what we'll be able to offer the Carlton Footy Club.
Josh, thanks for your time. Best of luck against Footscray.
Thanks, Christian.